In the ancient library of Eldoria, stacked high with dust-laden tomes and cracking parchments, an unassuming book sat nestled between volumes of forgotten lore. This book, marked only by a glyph that shimmered faintly under the breath of magic, was discovered by a young wizard named Thalia. Thalia was no ordinary wizard. She had an insatiable curiosity that had often led her to unwise ventures. As she opened the book, a gust of wind ruffled her auburn curls, and the glyph glowed brighter, as if pleased to be freed from its slumber. This was the Book of Forgotten Spells, said to contain enchantments lost to time, holding tremendous power that many had thought only mythical. Captivated, Thalia plunged into its pages, her eyes widening with each incantation she stumbled upon. The spells ranged from summoning storms to bending the very fabric of reality. Overwhelmed by the allure, Thalia decided to test one of the spells. She chose a spell of growth, intended to turn saplings into towering trees in an instant. Eagerly chanting the incantation, she pointed her wand at a small potted plant in her room. The plant burst forth, filling the space with a network of vines and roots, breaking the windows and pushing against the walls until her room was almost unrecognizable. Her success was exhilarating, but alarming. Thalia realized the magnitude of what she had unleashed. The spell was intended for a controlled environment, not the confines of a modest study. Seeking guidance, she approached her mentor, Master Alden, a wise and weary wizard. Master Alden scrutinized the book and then looked deep into Thalia's eyes. "Power without wisdom is a perilous path," he said gravely. Thalia spent the following months in deep study, not just of spells, but of their context, consequences, and ethical implications. As Thalia continued her studies, she unearthed more powerful and mysterious spells. One night, as she was engrossed in a particularly intricate incantation, a shadow fell over her desk. She looked up to see an apparition, a ghostly figure that seemed to emerge from the very pages of the book. The ghost introduced itself as Elandra, a sorceress from centuries past who had once wielded the book's power. Elandra warned Thalia of the dangers of the spells, sharing her own tragic story of how she was consumed by the magic she couldn't control. Thalia listened intently, her resolve to master the spells growing stronger. Determined to learn from Elandra's mistakes, Thalia began practicing the spells with more caution and discipline. She used her newfound knowledge to help her village, healing the sick and bringing prosperity to the land. Her reputation as a powerful yet benevolent wizard spread far and wide. However, the book's magic did not go unnoticed. A dark sorcerer named Malachar, who had been searching for the Book of Forgotten Spells for years, learned of Thalia's possession of it. Driven by greed and a lust for power, Malachar set out to steal the book from Thalia. One stormy night, Malachar and his minions attacked Thalia's village. Using her knowledge and the spells she had mastered, Thalia fought bravely to defend her home. The battle was fierce, with spells clashing and the sky alight with magical energy. In the midst of the chaos, Thalia faced Malachar in a final showdown. Remembering Master Alden's words and Elandra's warnings, Thalia called upon the wisdom she had gained. She did not seek to overpower Malachar with sheer force. Instead, she used a spell of revelation to expose his true nature and the darkness that consumed him. Malachar, confronted with his own reflection, was overwhelmed by the realization of his corruption. The dark magic that fueled him dissipated, and he fell to the ground, defeated not by power, but by truth. With Malachar's threat eliminated, peace returned to the village. Thalia, now a revered and wise wizard, continued to study the Book of Forgotten Spells, always mindful of the balance between power and wisdom. The ancient library of Eldoria remained a place of wonder and knowledge, where the story of Thalia and the Enchanted Book became a legend that inspired generations to come.